What's going on? This is My Life in the Shop. I'm your host, Donald Washington. I'm going to bring you guys a case of police misconduct. I think this is one of the worst I've ever saw or covered. Now, this police officer, this officer's name is Officer James A. Hunt. You're going to see that this cop has been transferred from department to department, allowed to resign because of 8 misconduct reports, false arrest, 16 cases of use of force by the officer, and that's whether it's taser. I don't know if that, you're going to see that in 2014, he killed a kid. He killed a kid. The kid's name was DeSean Pittman. Shot him 10 times. Guess where? In the back. Think about how many times 10 times is. Boom, 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 boom. 10 times, yes, in the back. You're going to see this cop. Now, this happened earlier last year that he rolled up and allegedly tried to hit a young boy. The young boy took out his camera. You're going to hear Officer James A. Hunt say, "I killed mother." Tell this kid. Then you're going to hear him say, "Yeah, how about that? How about your dead homie, that little kid that got killed, little black kid that got killed in the community?" Officer's going to be poking fun at him. You're going to hear the other young boys say, "Hey, what about the officer that got killed downtown?" You know what this cop does? Arrest him for a felony assault. This is the type of police officers that are policing our communities. And the amount of misconduct that this cop, and the kicker is that this cop is still full-time on duty today in Chicago, in our community, policing our children. This is the type of cops we are talking about. Check this out. Even in the footage, you guys are going to see that during the killing, this cop did what? Cuts his body cam off. He's still a cop. You're going to hear in the footage that the cop moves the body so that the coroners and nobody could do an investigation on what really happened. This cop is still a cop. You're going to see that, you know, the family, and I'm going to bring you guys the families. This is the family post. This is the young boy that got killed. The young boy that got killed that I'm talking about is DeSean Pittman. This is the mother of DeSean Pittman. This is her Facebook post that reads, I'm going to bring you guys that after. This is My Life in the Shop. Okay, so now
that's him.
Bonnet Jernigan.
You heard him. Boasted.
You say you trying to chew?
I killed.
It's the officer she'd looked for since 2014. The one who killed.
This is DeSean.
Her grandson, DeSean Pittman.
How did he have a bullet in the back?
Miss Jernigan hadn't much time to prepare for this, her first interview.
This is crazy.
I connected with her just after picking up the autopsy report.
Get you a badge. Oh my God. Look at all of these shots.
A through J.
Oh my God.
1 through 10. Shot. 10.
Oh my God.
Times.
Who'd you for human being like this? Oh my God.
You say you trying to chew? I killed. Let's begin on July 3rd, 2018.
He said, "Yeah, I killed."
You don't even got your name tag.
It's Hunt 11442. There you go.
Hunt, his last name, badge 11442. Officer James A. Hunt engaged Kenneth Lee.
I'm in the middle of the street. It's kind of like.
In his first interview, said Officer Hunt.
And you just tried to hit me with the car? Don't try to film me, dude.
Responding to a scene accelerated.
That's when the video started recording. He said, we about to go on Snapchat. I'm like, you don't have a Snapchat.
You don't even got a Snapchat, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's called He like, yeah, dude, it's called your mom.
It's called your mom.
Yeah, he's saying that's his Snapchat names. Your mom.
That's fairly offensive.
I stop talking to you.
So in this day and age, after Laquan McDonald's case, as the city tries to heal and tries to rebuild that trust,
We're going to play in the park.
you have an officer like this who is doing the complete opposite.
Attorney Jeff Nesland is uniquely qualified to make such a statement. He represented the family of Laquan McDonald, shot 16 times. Murdered was the verdict by CPD officer Jason Van Dyke. He's now representing Kenneth Lee.
When officers are subjected to continued training of de-escalation, this appears to be a master class in escalation.
I already said it, retard.
You can have all the training and de-escalation. You can put body cams on everyone. You're not going to have change unless you get the right individuals for the job that want to serve the public.
How's Little G doing? Asked Hunt. Little G, Gregory Livingston, a recently murdered neighborhood youth.
Yeah, you giggled while he said it.
How did officer that got killed doing? Which one? The one that got shot.
Lee bit back about the murder of Commander Paul Bauer.
You feel that was a threat? I just think you said we can die, which means I'm gonna take that as a threat. I can die. How is that a threat? Yes. Thank you. So you arrested me? Yep. For assault. I ain't doing nothing. Okay.
Assault to a police officer and jaywalking.
Have a seat, brother.
The charges were quickly dropped. Then,
You believe Officer Hunt further retaliated against your client by arresting him on a second occasion?
When the charges were pending for this assault, he was rearrested and charged with an alleged retail theft from a Walgreens that was also dismissed.
I already said it, retard. It's called I killed.
I can only imagine that it's the tip of the iceberg.
Craig Futterman, a clinical professor of law at the University of Chicago. In less than 6 years as CPD Officer Hunt, he has 8 accusations of misconduct, false arrest, racial, verbal abuse, and more, and at least 16 use of force reports. That's a self-reporting mechanism when a cop uses, for example, a taser. When measured against his years of service, he's in the top 95th percentile and top 99.9 percentile. That, per the watchdog group, the Invisible Institute. Hunt began his law enforcement career at the Pontiac Police Department. He resigned soon after, per Pontiac PD, to take a position with the Frankfort Police Department, where he resigned after a mere year and 2 weeks. Fully 3 years later, he joined CPD. The first complaint lodged against Hunt at CPD a bit over a year later. 40 days after that, he shot and killed DeSean Pittman, after Pittman allegedly shot and killed a man and pointed his weapon at Hunt. That last fact, per Hunt himself. All that while Officer Hunt was still within his 18-month probationary period. Right now, per CPD, Officer Hunt is full duty status. In 2017, Hunt made more than $130,000.
Oh, what's up, man? You hit my shoe.
The mentality that's shown in this video highlights, to me more than anything else, the critical need for this consent decree in Chicago for oversight, external oversight.
This one said to me, he was like, "You wind up like the guy who got dead. There's snipers out here. Y'all wind up dead." Oh yeah? So I took that as an assault.
In all the video we reviewed, we heard nothing remotely like that.
Were you surprised to find out that Officer Hunt had indeed killed somebody before?
Not at all.
Chicago police.
Wait a minute. Did y'all hear this man flat out lie? 8 false arrests. Falsifying police reports. Flat out lied. Gave this man a felony. And do you know that this man is still able to be on the police force? What a smack in the face to our community. Racial injustice, racial profiling, 16 cases of use of excessive force, false arrest, falsifying police report, another caught on camera falsifying and lying, falsifying police report. Do y'all realize this man is still a cop? And this is just a civil lawsuit. And this man made over $100,000. The reason he made over $100,000, they're giving this man all types of overtime. This is absolutely the worst I've seen.
Kill a man suspected in a shooting in the East Chatham neighborhood.
August 24th, 2014, per news reports.
2 people were shooting at each other.
Police say DeSean Pittman shot and killed the other man. Pittman's friends say in self-defense. Officers arrived. Former Fraternal Order of Police spokesperson Pat Camden.
You got 4 young officers that responded.
Only one young officer fired his weapon, James Hunt, 11 times. Pittman was within 5 feet after Hunt said Pittman aimed in his direction. That's per the Independent Police Review Authority report obtained by Lee's legal team. The incident happened in August of 2014. IPRA's follow-up, its second interview with Hunt, nearly 3 years later. IPRA's conclusion, P.O. Hunt's use of deadly force was reasonable, as initially were all but one of the hundreds of CPD officer-involved shootings investigated by IPRA between 2007 and 2014.
We was all alone.
The autopsy notes, unfortunately both remains were removed before investigators' arrival. Why were both bodies removed before medical examiner investigators arrived? When both were dead and it appears no aid was rendered. Why the haste? We don't know. In the end, it was officers' words versus a dead 17-year-old. And it was, and is, case closed.
Did they ever say which bullet actually killed him? The first, the second, the third?
I've heard enough. That's a little bit longer, but I've heard enough. Moved the body, police misconduct, shot this man 10 times in the back. Mind you, in the back. What else do you need to know? This man was running away. Falsified police reports. And then listen to this. Out of the thousands or hundreds, they said, police shootings, only one was taken to trial. And that's, guess who? Laquan McDonald. And that's the only reason why, because it's on tape. But that's not the only reason why. They were going to let Jason Van Dyke off. They wasn't going to investigate it. They seen the tape. They threw it away. Activists who got wind to get the tape took it to court for over a year, fought for that tape, and only when it was released to the public did they arrest Jason Van Dyke. They wasn't CPD, the mayor, nobody was going to prosecute Jason Van Dyke. They wanted Jason Van Dyke to walk. Understand, after 4 years, if they don't prosecute, they got to throw the tape out. So they were waiting. They got away a year and a half. Activists, CPD, fought in court. Don't release that tape. We don't have to release that tape. We don't want to. Never charged them. We see what's going on. We know what's going on. For those of you who don't understand why Kaepernick takes a knee. For those of you conservatives that think that, it's no racism. For those of you think that, the CPD could do no wrong. This is them doing all the wrong. This is why people from the community should be policing the community. I'm going to bring you guys his mother's statement. Unfortunately, this is it. As you know, 4 years ago, my son DeSean was killed by Officer James Hunt of the Chicago Police Department. Shot 10 times as he laid on his back by one officer, of course. Of course, there was no cameras because, Officer Hunt cut it off. So the whole thing was told him to drop his weapon, and he didn't, so fired. Sorry, just like always. This officer was seen on camera bragging about killing people. Anyways, they sealed the police report. Didn't even have the officer on my son's report. Wow, I'm finally going to get my justice. The story is going to be on CBS News Chicago tonight at 10 Chicago time. That channel 2. Poor mother. Poor mother. Please watch tonight, channel 10, for an interview guys posted. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that this cop is able to remain on. And then check this. All those other misconducts and all those other stations, police stations, he was just able to resign. Hey, you know what? Hey, how about you resign and go work for somebody else? So that's what they do. Once you see all these misconduct reports. Now, if I was to lie to a grand jury, you're sworn to protect and serve. So anytime you're caught falsifying a police report, that should be instant termination. Not only instant termination, that should be instant jail time. This cop is still able to caught red-handed on camera lying, and then gave this man felony assault to a police officer. Yep. You know what that charge carries? At least 6 years in jail. But since he was caught on camera, since the news picked it up, they just dropped the charges and leave Officer Hunt to hunt our children. They definitely made sure, let's take them out of Frankfurt. Let's put them in Inglewood or a black community. Let's have them police state community. Let's put them right where the people he's bragging about killing. Oh, let's put them in that community. We see hundreds of Officer Hunts on our Chicago city streets. Oh, every day. That's nothing. That's brand new. I've done at least 20, 30 stories of Officer Hunts. Oh, we were so familiar with them. Every time I drive out my driveway, there's an Officer Hunt looking at me trying to get him some action. Oh, yeah. We know who they hunting. We know who they're not hunting. We know what they're doing. We know what they want. It's nothing new to us. But to those who think those Trump, officers, how dare you take a knee for your... Gee, what do y'all got to say about this? Tell you what, watch this and come back to me. Let's see what you... But solutions for our community. Every time I try to talk solutions on my show, and a solution is shop in your community. Shop in the businesses that give back to your community, that hire from the community, that live in the community. Therefore, your children will have jobs. With no money, no power. No money, no power. And one of my famous sayings is this.
How long are you going to cry and blame your oppressor before you get up off your knees and do it your goddamn self?
Anyway, I thought this story was absolutely bananas. I want you guys to like, comment, let me know what you think about this video. Peace, peace.